Welcome back everybody to another LEGO Star Wars video. In today's video, I'll be going over my top 20 favorite LEGO Star Wars minifigures in my collection as of January 2020. So this list is of course bound to change over the next year or two as I get more stuff. But as of January 2020, this is my top list of my figures. I have all the figures off to the left right here. I have my computer in front of me with all the prices and kind of information on them. So yeah, let's get straight into it, guys. This video is not including misprints and stuff like that, of course. I mean, if it included misprints, all my misprint collection would pretty much take up a lot of the list, but and it's not including cloning customs and stuff like that, just official LEGO minifigures. So let's start off with number 20, guys, with this battle damaged Darth Vader. I'm a big Darth Vader fan, big Anakin guy, and genuinely just for kind of the rarity of this figure, and you don't really see him pop up that often anywhere. And I feel like a lot of people don't have this, minifigure. It's an $8 figure on BrickLink in a used condition, and that's pretty much what I'm classifying all these as, since they are part of my collection. Not a bad start to the list, and here's my number 20. Moving on to number 19, we have Grito, the original one with the arm printing. And yeah, he goes for about 20 bucks on BrickLink in this condition. Very nice condition, almost brand new. Kind of stiff arms, but not the bad stiff arms. And yeah, this guy's pretty much on the list for the pure fact of he is a little bit more of a rare fig, and definitely has that classic LEGO Star Wars look to him. So there is that one. Moving on to the next one, we have the Mandalorian Super Commando, pretty much Darth Maul's Death Watch, member in the Clone Wars. He's going for about 5 bucks on BrickLink, and can't wait to see these guys, in Clone Wars Season 7. I think it's gonna be fantastic seeing them. And really can't wait for that. I'm very excited. February 17th, the day after the Umbara mock comes out, so definitely stay tuned for that. You have the updates coming out tomorrow, so definitely be sure to watch that. Moving on to the next one, number 17 right here, we have the Super Battle Droid in the metallic blue. He's a $22 figure, and I have 4 of these guys, I think 3 of them, honestly. And yeah, it's from 2002, the clone, the Attack of the Clone sets. Very rare, and not a lot of people have these in the collection, I feel, especially when they're $20 a piece. You can't really just go out and buy 50 of these like you can the regular ones, but that's why it's on the list. Just kind of the cool factor, and again, big fan of the color, has a really classic, LEGO Star Wars vibe to it. Moving on to the next one, just a little $4 figure here. We have C-3PO from Force Awakens with the red arm. I've pretty much got 20 of these poly bags. I still have 10 of them sealed. I sold a couple. Gave a couple away, and built one. Or actually, I got this one out of Republic BrickS mystery box. So if you guys want to go check out his website, always got a link down below and a little ad at the end. Use code LIFEBRICK and you guys get 5% off your total order. So pretty much covers most of your guys' shipping. Moving on to the next one, we have a $20 Pong Krell. I'm not the biggest fan of Pong Krell in general. I'm not a real fan of his motives and kind of what he did in the Clone Wars, but for what LEGO did for his figure, I definitely got to respect it. And for the parts that LEGO had, I feel like this is pretty much a 10 out of 10 figure. And of course, for being kind of more of a rare figure, I feel like that kind of attracts me more to it as well. Since I don't see it all over the place. I don't have 4 of them. Moving on to the one that surprised me the most, guys. This is the tactical droid from Mace Windu's Jedi Starfighter from 2012. This is a $35 figure. That is insane. When I looked at these prices up and I saw he was going for $35, I just lost it. That is crazy. I know this guy, again, only came in 1 set and pretty sought after, but I did not know $35 sought after. So, speaking of Mace Windu, moving on to the next one, we have the Mace Windu light up figure. This guy still has a little bit of a light in his lightsaber. Pretty much this guy is above all the other light up minifigures. I have all the other ones like Darth Vader, Luminara, Anakin, and Obi One. But I got to give this guy probably the top one out of here because his lightsaber works the most. And I did get this guy 5-6 years ago straight out of the Clone Turbo tank off of eBay. So kind of the first one I had, and the lightsaber still works pretty well. So there's that one. He's about a $25 figure in that condition. Pretty much, just if the lightsaber worked a little bit more, it'd be about a $35-$40 figure. But I priced mine at about 25 bucks. Moving on to kind of a more of a boring character, I guess, or not character, but just minifigure in general. This is just the Obi One with headset. He's about a $3 figure. I'm a big prequel guy, big Obi One fan, and I think this one is definitely probably one of the best looking Obi Ones we've gotten. I think he looks a lot better than the ones in the Duel on Mustafar set that just came out. I think both of them look pretty weird in that set for some reason, but there is that one. Moving on, we have the Chrome Stormtrooper. This is also kind of a nostalgic figure for me. Back before my parents got divorced, us three went up to the Orland Park Mall grand opening, or Lego store grand opening. And, you know, of course, they bought me some Lego sets and got this as the promo. So, been in the collection for about 10 years now. And, you know, just very cool minifigure to have. 25 bucks. I thought it would go for a little bit more, but I guess not. You know, just kind of a Stormtrooper. Nothing too crazy. Moving on to the next one, we have the Death Trooper leader, I think, or commander, whatever it's called. Going for about $8 on BrickLink. And pretty much picked him over the regular one because of the pauldron, and of course a little bit more valuable. Can't really go wrong with that. Big fan of the Death Troopers in canon. I love what they're doing with them. In Rebels, they were a little bit weird, but in Mandalorian and Rogue One, they definitely look pretty damn badass. So gotta give them that much. Moving on to the next one, we have the 501st clone, which hopefully we eventually get in a battle pack. That'd be very appreciated, Lego, because these guys go for about $15 a piece. Of course, kind of hard to army build at that point. You know, even if they just came in a battle pack, you know, one of them in a battle pack, it would at least like lower the price a little bit. You go to like $5 a piece, which would be a lot easier to, you know, army build. But there's that one. Moving on to my top 8. At number 8, we have Padme from Episode 2. You know, again, big prequel guy. Gonna say that a lot in this video, I feel, but you know, of course, a big, you know, Padme and Anakin fan, and I really do think that they did, you know, Padme in this outfit very well. You know, a lot of justice. You know, nice printing, nice detail, and just overall, you know, a fan favorite character. So had to throw one of her minifigures in this video, and she goes for about 10 bucks. Moving on to the next one, we have Chancellor Palpatine from the Starfighter back in 2014. He's about a $13 figure, and genuinely, I kind of forgot about this figure until I took him out of the bin I have him in. Like, it was kind of just like, I knew I had him, but I kind of forgot really how cool he looked. He looks so accurate to the scene. You know, just genuinely between the face printing, you know, two sides, the actual torso printing, and just in general, you kind of being more of a valuable figure. Definitely pretty nice to have. Moving on to the next one, guys, we have Darth Ravine. I ended up getting a whole bunch of this guy because they were selling him at Brick World for pretty cheap. If you spent like $25 in Star Wars or more, so I just like got a bunch of 501st ATRTs and got a bunch of him. And then I sold a couple. I have 2 of them sealed still, and I have this one built. He's about a $70 figure in the bag, about $40 out of the bag, so still nice. I'm very happy Lego did Darth Ravine. I think he looks very cool. Very glad they did him. There's that. Moving on to the top 5, guys, we have the Mandalorian from the Mandalorian TV show, of course. He's coming in at about $15 straight out of the ATST Raider from 2019. And yeah, big fan of the Mandalorian. They could have done a couple things different, but for the most part, a 10 out of 10 TV show. And very glad to have the minifigure of them. And the entire set, the whole ATST Raider, I made a whole separate video on, pretty much just, you know, boasting about it. Since I think it's a very nice set for 40 bucks. You know, if you get it on sale like that, that's 100% worth it. Moving on, we have Captain Rex Phase 2. This is a $35 figure. I genuinely think I like the CAC one a little bit better, but for the sake of this video, you know, being a purist Lego video, you know, Lego, you know, group themselves did very well. You know, I like the pauldron, the printing, the waist cape, the helmet's nice, and just the fact they did a real Phase 2 Captain Rex, you know, got to give them credit for that. Kind of funny though, this one does go for more than the CAC one. I just realized that you can get the CAC one for like 25 bucks. So kind of funny in my opinion, but there is number 4 nonetheless. Moving on to the top 3, guys, we have Darth Maul from the promo poly bag. He is a $30 figure outside of the poly bag. And yeah, pretty much I'm a big, you know, prequel guy, big Darth Maul guy. I think this one looks pretty badass. I would put the cyborg leg one in here, but that face just doesn't do it for me. So that's pretty much why he is out of the picture. But this one nonetheless, you know, the face looks a lot better, pretty badass. And that is my third, you know, that is my third favorite minifigure in my collection. Moving on to number 2, guys. Probably a lot of you guys are gonna kind of wonder why this is not my number 1, but they're technically the same character. This is the Chrome Darth Vader, right here. 100% real, authentic, everything chrome. Authentic lightsaber that came in the bag. Authentic cape that came in the bag. I pretty much got this from my cousin, who got me a damn battle pack back in 2009. I pulled it straight out of the box. And did not really think of it back then, and I just built it right on the spot. I wish I kept the poly bag sealed, of course, but I guess it's just, you know, fun and, you know, for the memories. And this was a $150 minifigure outside the poly bag, but if it was in the poly bag, you'd get about 200 bucks for it. So that is insane. That is definitely my number 2. And pretty much why I said it's the same character as my number 1 is it is Anakin Skywalker from the Palpatine's arrest. I think this is the best iteration of Anakin ever. He has the Sith eyes on the back, has the regular face on the front, awesome hair, awesome cape, very phenomenal printing, and Anakin is my favorite Star Wars character. So there is my top 20 list, guys, of all my favorite characters. There's another quick look at all 20 of them. This list totals into $507 total, averaging about $25 per figure. So definitely a very nice collection of figures right here. Of course, I could switch out some of these cheap ones and add more expensive ones in there, but this is genuinely my top 20 in my collection. So hopefully if I do another one of these next year, I'll have a couple new additions. But other than that, though, guys, I want to thank you guys all for watching. Comment down below your favorite couple minifigures and comment down below your thoughts on my list. And I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace out. Bye. Say 5% off on your next LEGO purchase. Be sure to use code LIFEBRICK. That's capital L-I-F-E BRICK at republicbricks.com for 5% off your next order. It'll pretty much pay for your shipping or get you a couple dollars off. They sell old LEGO minifigures, sets, mystery boxes, and more. I've got a couple of videos on my channel showing the products. So be sure to use code LIFEBRICK on your next order for 5%.